For decades, Jim Carrey's face was instantly recognizable. So when he stepped onto a stage in Paris, the internet claimed it wasn't him.
I'm dead.
Instead of celebrating his Lifetime Achievement Award, millions began asking a bizarre question. Was Jim Carrey replaced by a body double, or did he undergo major cosmetic surgery? Here is how a prestigious French film ceremony turned into the biggest Hollywood mystery of the year. The controversy began on February 26th at the 51st César Awards. Carrey, now 64 years old, stepped out to accept an honorary award. He delivered a deeply emotional speech entirely in French, thanking the industry and sharing personal stories.
Merci.
But viewers watching from home were immediately struck by his appearance. He appeared with jet black hair, a smoother face, and a surprisingly calm demeanor.
You are not Jim Carrey, that's true or not, please?
Almost immediately, social media ignited, and the theories were wild.
This isn't Jim Carrey, and it is a doppelganger?
The body double theory surfaced first. Some users claimed his eye color had changed from brown to green, and that the spacing between his eyes was different.
When did his eyes become like a sage color, greenish maybe?
Online sleuths argued it was physically impossible, calling it proof he wasn't the same person.
And they look like they're just sunken in on his face differently. It's very, very shocking.
Fans also fixated on a video of him signing autographs with his right hand, even though many believed he was left-handed. For some, that was the final proof. But then, the speculation took an even stranger turn. The rumors exploded when makeup artist Alexis Stone claimed on Instagram that he had attended the ceremony disguised as Jim Carrey. To back it up, Stone shared close-up photos of what appeared to be a prosthetic mask, false teeth, and a dark wig. The internet went into a complete frenzy. Even celebrities flooded the comments, demanding to know if the elaborate stunt was real. Actress Megan Fox commented, "I can't handle any more stress right now. I need to know if this is real," while Katy Perry just commented with a bullseye emoji. The rumors grew so loud that the prestigious French Academy was forced to step in, officially confirming that the real Jim Carrey had been planning his attendance for 8 months. But that only solved one part of the mystery. If it was really him, why did he look so different? That's when medical experts began weighing in. Several board-certified plastic surgeons reviewed the footage and pointed to likely cosmetic enhancements. Dr. Tony Yun, a board-certified cosmetic surgeon, suggested that Carrey's changes are consistent with an endoscopic brow lift, a procedure that elevates the eyebrows and smooths the upper face.
As evidenced by his brows being higher than before and his hairline being back a little bit.
Meanwhile, Beverly Hills surgeon Dr. Millicent Ravelo highlighted changes around his eyes. She noted that the previous hooding over his upper eyelids appears reduced. The removal of that excess skin, known as an upper blepharoplasty, can make the eyes appear larger, more open, and even slightly wider apart. Add to that the possibility of hyaluronic acid fillers restoring volume in his cheeks, and the altered facial structure begins to make far more sense. While none of these procedures have been confirmed, experts say they could explain the noticeable changes. But until the actor addresses it himself, the rest remains speculation. Proof of how quickly a single public appearance can spiral into a full-blown internet mystery. And when it comes to Jim Carrey, mystery isn't exactly new. For decades, he's left audiences laughing one moment and questioning him the next. From red carpet appearances that spark conspiracy theories to interviews that feel more like philosophical performances, Carrey has built a reputation for being unpredictable. But the truth is, long before the rumors about fillers or facial changes, Jim Carrey was already one of Hollywood's most fascinating contradictions. If Jim Carrey left you confused, you're not alone. In the span of 30 years, he's really been putting on one hell of a show. But why is he so complicated?
If you go deep enough into those characters, you realize that your own character is pretty thin to begin with. And then you suddenly have this separation and go, well, who's Jim Carrey?
Let's rewind to 1962. Newmarket, Canada. Jim Carrey's comedy journey began here, but it didn't feel like a walk in the park.
You grew up in a car. I like that music. Keep it going.
You see, Jim's family wasn't your typical sitcom family. His mom was constantly complaining about her health, which spooked little Jim.
And she was depressed, and I wanted her to be free. And I wanted her to realize that her life was worth something.
And instead of watching cartoons, Jim and his brother put in a solid 8 hours working as janitors and security guards at a factory to help their struggling father.
And a lot of people don't know this, but when I was about 14 or 15, my father lost his job, and I actually became homeless for quite some time. Of course, I grew up in Canada, so I thought we had just gone camping.
Amidst all this chaos, Jim had one dream to become a comedian.
Somebody stop me!
So, young Jim was an ordinary guy with ordinary dreams: success, fame, and money.
4 years ago, I used to go up to Mulholland Drive and I used to say, I have this and that and this. Oh, it's all good and it's coming to me.
Jim mentioned that he wasn't chasing after glitter stuff. He simply wanted to be excellent at what he did, one of a kind.
And I actually wrote myself a check, and this is for real. This is not a joke. This is for real. I wrote myself a check for $10 million per picture. This is by Thanksgiving 1995.
The future came earlier and brighter than he expected.
Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber. Maybe.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Today's Jim talks about money differently. I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so they can see that it's not the answer. Of course, money's not the answer, but today's Jim knows for sure what money can do. From multi-million-dollar homes to an impressive car collection, including a Mercedes-AMG and a Porsche Panamera, and even owning a Gulfstream V private jet valued at a whopping $59 million. Only 100 of these jets are actively in service today. Carrey talked a lot about what his mission is. I want to be a positive force in the world. I'd like to make people happy, he shared once. Jim has shown time and time again that he will go great lengths just to entertain the audience, be it a pseudo-philosophy, contradictory statements, or assault on privacy.
Well, I'm retiring, but...
No.
Yeah, probably.
That same year, Jim announced loudly that he's retiring. He knows how to keep everyone on their toes.
And this is something you might never hear another celebrity say as long as time exists. I have enough. I've done enough. I am enough.
Jim aspired to be a one-of-a-kind comedian, and now strives to be a one-of-a-kind celebrity who retires like no other, as long as time exists.
I'm kind of excited about the idea of, really kind of getting into my art and throwing some paint on a canvas, and I'll be putting them on NFTs. And
so we're about to see if Jim will become a one-of-a-kind artist. It seems that we're overthinking how deep Jim actually is. Some things shouldn't be complicated.
I want to be frighteningly normal.
Okay.
Maybe he is simply a showman, relentlessly trying to grab our attention by any means possible.
I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character.
At the end of the day, he said it long time ago. Always wanted to be an entertainer. So maybe he's playing his part all the way.
Who's Jim Carrey? Oh, he doesn't exist, actually.